Hi, Bailey. Great question. And you posted a video. Is swinging a milestone? Yeah, there's a lot of milestones that happen in this age range, around 2 to 5. First of all, you have your spinning milestones, okay? A child will go in from, again, just from sitting here, those kind of things. I love when siblings come into my office, they hit the chairs, and that's all they want to do. And the parents are like, no, no, no. And I'm like, yes. They need to spin. Spinning will be rolling down a hill. It'll be a somersault going into, again, being wanting to pick up, rock and roll that way, bicycling and cartwheels. Not all at the expert level, but I mean, trying to spin and get their feet over the top of the body will become a spinning milestone. I can tell you right now, if you do not hit those spinning milestones, thanks to the iPad and the phones, tablets, all that sort of stuff, they're not going to go into a master's level. There's just no way. They'll go into, like high school sports maybe, but not master's level. There's no way. And masters, professional players, and I mean this academically as well as with sports, physically, collegiate and up. And you'll never make it there. They'll need that kind of player, not going into those skills, will need the perfect day. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, not too much wind, that kind of thing. The Masters player can, it could be windy, it could be rainy and so forth, and they can do it. They can do it anywhere. And that's when you're in Masters level. So, but also what's going on in that video is another thing is some of the movements that we have. So first of all, gravity is our only non-optional force, right? So we have to learn how to work with that force from the day we're born to the day we die. We have gravity. We have no force over it. Now, if I want to pick up these glasses or anything like this, now this I can choose to do, and how it's done, and I'm dealing with different force. So we have force of momentum, convergence, not just the eyes, catching a ball, kicking, fine gross motor skills have convergence, torque. And that's what you're seeing there. Is torque is one of the movements that I have or that I present of that we have to use. Now, the interesting thing about forces of movement is we have to be able to manipulate 2 or more forces before we have comprehension and compensation skills. So that you will see, I don't have anything to hang on to, but that kid that's hanging on the door jamb, what's up, mom, or kind of thing like that, swinging on a bar and all of that. It comes from grabbing the feet. It is a torque milestone, and that's what you're working on there. You're also, again, when I'm swinging, convergence of the fine and the gross motor skills. That's when, at first, when you swing, their feet want to come together because that's convergence, as well as your eyes. Like if I'm swinging, right, I don't just have convergence this way, I have convergence this way, right? There's reversible convergence. And a lot of people, again, not understanding the different types of forces of movement really make a difference on where you are in development. So development's not to walking. Right now, I'm just been busy this whole year laying out the foundations, getting up to there. Now I got to go tackle that. My objective is to bring out milestones all the way out to seniorhood, my age, because aging is a milestone. All right. I'm always progressing. Mentally, I'm always progressing. Like someone today called me a daredevil. I'm not a daredevil. I don't seek it out. But if you said this weekend we're going skydiving, I would go. But I'm about the movement. I'm about the experience. Now, again, if I was about to go to Scotland, which I'm doing in October, and it's this, I'm flying out this weekend. I might be the intelligent person that says probably not this weekend's a good idea, and pass on that because I want to be ready for my next adventure, which would be traveling to Scotland. So that's where intelligence comes in as well with the movements, because like today I was explaining about a child and what I was working in the mouth and the palate work. I'm like, she didn't choose to come here, the child. She didn't, and I'm sticking my fingers in her mouth. By all means, I have to respect her system. Even though I'm doing something good and beneficial for her, that doesn't mean she's up to the challenge. I can never assume that I'm a practitioner, and because I know better, that I have a right to do anything to you or any child I'm working on. I might have to coax, and that's why I do my 15,000 voices, and I do, like right now I have this little cute girl. I don't know, I was going to ask the mom if I can take a video, but if I do my, and she goes, she looks back at me. So now too, she's leaning, she's doing like this, and she's doing, but she can't get the. So, I mean, I'll do anything to entertain the troops, just like I do for you with these 50,000 Facebook Lives. But yes, swinging and but again, it's the quality of the movement and how it's done. So you're seeing the act of the pendulum go back and forth, and those are your proprioceptive responses, right? But it's not technically swinging like in a chair. You're getting different aspects of movement within the system, and they're fascinating to watch, and that's why I try and post, you know, those kind of things like parkour. Now, me personally, if you ask me if I want to jump off of a perfectly good building, I'll jump out of an airplane way sooner. These parkour things, they're nuts. Anyway, hi, Teresa. See you in a bit.